Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to this month's project. We have a really fun one planned. This is a topic that everyone seems to be fascinated with. This month, we are going to be learning about building and then flying rockets. We're going to be seeing just how high they go, and we're going to be having a lot of fun along the way. It's really easy to see how rockets are relevant in today's world. We have companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin making commercial spaceflight a reality. Pretty soon, it's going to be a realistic question to ask if we would actually go to space if we had the chance. Space is also endless, right? And we also know some of the dangers associated with space travel. So we're going to have to keep innovating these rockets and rocket science in order to make this more and more of a reality. And it might be up to you guys. We want to quickly touch on the history of rockets, everyone's favorite part. A lot of the early innovation involved with rockets happened during the Cold War between the United States and Russia. And what happened was right after World War II, those countries were in what they called a space race. Following the war, it was super important for those two countries to get up in space and get satellites and intelligence missions complete. Russia actually technically won the race in 1957 when they completed their first successful orbital mission. However, the United States wasn't too far behind in 1958 when they completed their first successful mission. And it was a huge milestone in 1961 when the first person, or astronaut, was actually sent into space on a successful orbital mission. Nowadays, it seems like getting to the moon is an easy task, but back then it was pretty daunting, and the rockets we were using to get there were 363 feet tall. Nowadays, we have a little bit more complicated missions, and if you want to know a fun fact, for some of these more complicated missions, rocket fuel isn't exactly like you will find in a car. It's not liquid or gas. Rocket fuel is actually solid, and it's burned and propulsion is generated using chemical reactions with that solid. By the time you walk away from this project, we kind of want you to have an idea of how rockets work and how they apply to the real world, and even how to build one for yourself. Also, who knows, you might even develop a passion for rocket science and become an engineer for NASA. Either way, thanks for tuning in, and check out the next video for some of the STEM principles at stake in rockets.